everyone. So I hope you all have already seen the theoretical part of how to create integrated attendance analytics. So as I already discussed that in next part, we will learn how to implement that theoretical part into practical sense. Whatever concept we have discussed, so it's a personal request. Those who are attending that particular lecture, please do attend part one of integrated attendance analytics. Otherwise, you are unable to understand what is happening. So what we will do today? Today we will learn whenever we are going to attempt any particular project, what are the steps which we need to follow, and then we will do some hands-on and how to develop that particular part into Power BI. So without waiting, let's start quickly. So whenever you are going to make any particular project, so these are the steps. The first step, it will always be import of the data sets. So on whatever data you are interested to do data driven decision making, or for which you want to make dashboard or reports, so firstly we will import that particular data. Then the second step, we will do transform and load our data. Transformation I have already discussed in my transformation part of the lecture. So transformation will normally be used to if we want to combine two columns, if we want to split two columns. So if we want to clean our data set, all the steps which we need to follow in transform part, and then finally we will load that particular data. Once the data will be loaded into Power BI, it means now that particular data is ready to convert into dashboard or reports. Now the third step will be modeling. So if our data will be comprises of many sheets or many tables, then it's important to make a relationship between these tables, and that relationship can be established with the help of a modeling of data. So that's why it's called data modeling. Then in the fourth part, we will use the concept of a DAX. So DAX will normally use if you want to create new measures, which will be like, suppose I want to calculate average attendance, suppose I want to calculate percentage of attendance, suppose I want to calculate average quantity, profit. So all such type of measures or all such type of aggregation we can do on the DAX part. And the final part, once all these things been done, now we will draw the dashboard. So today I will cover almost all the points. So one by one, let's start the process. So the first part that we will discuss is how to import your data set. So as I have already shared that our data set is comprises of four sheets, and these four sheets are student data, subject data, teacher data, those who are taking classes, and attendance, that is the attendance performance of the individual student in individual subject. So let's start the hands-on. So let me open the Power BI. So as usual, we will go to blank report, then we'll go to import data. You can go from here also, you can go from that particular place also. Since our file is a Excel format, select Excel data, go to specific file path. So our attendance, our data set is attendance data. To select that particular data, go to open, and you will see very soon our data board sheets which we want to connect to our project. So select all the files, second file, subject file, and teacher file. Now since we want to transform our data, so we will not go directly to the load part, but in place of load we will go to transform data. Wow. So now you can see that our transformation screen is ready. So transformation screen, as I already shared, that transformation screen will always be called Power Query. So whenever you want to transform your data, so you need to go to the Power Query editor window. So let's check one by one. So firstly, I'm selecting the attendance sheet. Attendance sheet, you will see all the column names are correct: date, student ID, subject ID, and status. Let's check the second sheet. The student, here you will see that in place of student ID, column name is column 1. Here in place of name, column name is column 2. So in all the four cases and all the four columns, column names are not appropriate. So I want to make student ID, name, program, and semester as a column name of that particular sheet. What is the process for that? So we'll simply go to that drop down, and there is a second option. If you will see, use first row as a header, you need to select that particular option, select it, and you will see that now our column name has been appropriate. I hope that part is clear to all of you. Similarly, check third sheet, subject. Again, here the same problem. Again, we need to adopt the same steps. Again, go to drop down, select the first. Fine. Now you can see that column names are appropriate now. Now let's quickly go to the third sheet. Again, the same problem we are facing here. Again, repeat the same process, select it. Wow. So now you can say that the transformation part is over. So according to our theory, let me connect once more. So transformation part, check column name of all the sheets are appropriate or not. So we have already checked, and wherever be the problem that we already resolved. Now the next step is to load your data set. So let's quickly learn how to load that particular data set. Fine. So for loading, we will go to here. You will see there is option close and apply. Okay, so select option close and apply. So if you will not select that particular option, then whatever changes we people have done, it will not reflected in our imported data set. So it's very important. So select that particular file. You can see now all the data been available. We can check what are the columns in teacher data. You can see these are the three columns. Similarly in subject, these are the columns. Student, these are the columns. And in attendance, these are the columns. So there is a on and off process. So you can close, and whenever you want to expand all the columns, you can expand also. Now the next thing, as I've already told, I want to make data modeling. So for data modeling, we need to go to model view. Just click on model view part. Okay, let's close these particular windows so that we can see the whole screen. Now you can say that it's so smart that the relationship has already been established. Little bit, let's go through us, adjust so that it looks better. Fine. Fine. Okay, now you can see that relationship has already been established. If you will place your mouse pointer here, so you will see that student id of both the tables have been highlighted. It means that between the student and attendance, the relationship been established between the student id. So as I keep on repeating, whenever we want to create a relationship between two tables, there must be some common key between these two tables. Similarly, if you will place your mouse pointer here, so here you can say that relationship been established between subject id, and if you will check here, the relationship been established between the teacher id. And everywhere there is a relation between one to many, means one teacher is teaching many subjects. Here again, one to many, one means one and asterisk means many. So means one subject taught by many teachers, so they are taking attendance of many subjects. Similarly, one student is attending many subjects, so that's why he been provided various attendance. So that modeling is ready for that. Let's go to the theory and let's see what will be the next step. Now the fourth step is to use the concept of a DEX. Since in our dashboard, I am interested to display program percentage attendance. What is the total attendance or percentage of attendance of any particular student? So for that, we need to calculate, or we need to create three measures or three variables, we can say. Then first variable, we will calculate count attendance status. The count function, from the name it is clear, it will count what are the number of P's, what are the number of P or A being shown in your data. So for better understanding, let's go to our sheet. Here, this is the data view, and in data view, let's see the attendance. Okay, its attendance is already there. Correct. So here you can say the attendance status. The status means that what are the number of attendance being marked of all the students. So that can be calculated with the help of that particular function to count attendance status. Now second thing, we will make one more variable or measure which will calculate total present. So this is the function through which we can total present. So that's why it will count wherever the attendance status is p. So wherever be the a, it will not count. Wherever there will be a p, it will count. And the third is program attendance. The program attendance, if you will try to understand that particular formula, the formula is simple. Let me clarify. So divide numerator divided by denominator. Take the numerator will be the number of present, denominator will be the number of classes held. An alternate result means if when the denominator is 0, then in that case it will show 0 attendance. Okay, so that's why if you will see in that particular, so divide total present divided by 100 and then total classes, so it will calculate the percentage of attendance. So let's quickly create three measures, or let's learn how to create these three measures in Power BI. So again, go to our that screen. So for creating measures, what we need to do, firstly we will select that particular table view, go to table view, and here you will see there is option new measure. Okay, so then we need to calculate the new measure. So just select new measure. So once you will select new measure, now it will be ready to take formula which we have already discussed. So by default it's showing measure, so we need not to worry about that. What we people need to do, we will go there. So just copy it, control C, because I have already created it. So I'm just copying. You people need to type that particular part and go to Power BI and paste it here. Okay. Paste complete, Control V. So let's find, as soon as I will copy and I will press enter key, you will see that total classes measure has already been created. Here you can check once it's any particular measure will be created, you can see that particular measure on the data part. So it's created. Now let's quickly create the second. So again, go to new measure, and then create the second. So this is the formula for second, which will calculate total present, means in how many classes the students were totally present. It will calculate this. So let's quickly create that measure also. Control V, press enter key. If everything is fine, that measure will also be created very soon. Okay, it's working. Now you can see this has also been created. So total classes measure created, total present measure created. Now the third measure that we need to create is total percentage. Again, click on new measure, and this is the formula for program attendance percentage. And I'm copying and pasting it again so that the third one will be created. Control V, and then press enter. So now you will see that the third DEX has also been created. So I've created all the three DEX or all the three measures using the DEX